Good morning, Monday, July 14th. Just getting ready to head into the shop. As you've seen yesterday, I pulled the camper off. Truck ready to go for the island trip. The Bronco took a beating this weekend. Had the dogs in the back, of course. With the roof off, it got hair everywhere. So we're gonna get it in, get it cleaned up. And unfortunately, Chandel picked up a rock on the way home yesterday. So I'm pretty sure that's beyond gluing, but we'll see. But anyway, I thought it looked pretty cool that I have this opportunity as well, that I can just quickly tow it. Not often you do that, just a truck and a Bronco, but hey, looks cool. See you at the shop shortly. I'm just getting to the hot rod shop. Ford has the coupe ready to go down to detail to get cleaned up. Just polished the hood this morning, so check it out and move some cars and get her down there. Morning. Oh, she's dirty, but she's looking good. So I'm gonna flash it up and drive her down there. So let me move some cars. Okay, battery's on. Kind of handy having these buttons here, even though it can be all done by app, but when you're just doing stuff like this, man. We've wired this car, two plugs under here. One is for the battery minder, which is on this side, and then if you plug, oh that's tight, if you plug it in on that side in the same spot but opposite, then it's the power supply for the stereo and show mode and whatnot. So let's head into detail. Let's get ready. Yeah. Get her cleaned up. These bear claw latches they're good, but if they're tight, then yeah, but then sometimes you got to push on them to, when you have power to them, sometimes you got to push on them, and what happens is the door seals never get broken in because everyone puts it on the first click, and then yeah. I haven't ran this myself yet, but the whole idea of the wiring was we got rid of the push button start module. That is nothing but a problem. You talk to anybody in the industry, nobody likes them. No matter what you spend, no matter what you do, they don't work unless it's a factory one. Sorry, this mirror was loose. Just try and make it so I can see out of it. Anyway, so yeah, we got rid of push button start, and the Camaro I built here years ago, what worked well for us was power button. There we go. And then just a start button. So it's electric button obviously, but it's more mechanical. You have control over the start. Before we had starter kicking back all the time and all sorts of different goofy things. So anyway, it should just be left hand ignition on, no stress. Before you'd try and turn it on and you'd be fighting with the dash not turning on and this turning on, not turning on, and then you should be just start. So that already is 100 times better than we've ever had. We've got oil pressure, we got voltage, I got power steering. Let's try and get this stinky thing out of here. Much better. That's a cold 600 and change horsepower engine running that good. Used to fight with that ignition. Much better. Follow and see if we can get that charged. I have some residue oil burning off here. Hopefully that's all it is. We did change the valve cover gaskets, but we are running it without a breather or PCV right now because we're building all new stuff. So but we got her down here. We can wash off some of this polishing and yeah, take care of it. Let's get her clean. The coupe started and ran really well, especially just driving it cold down to the detail shop. So super happy we made the decision to get rid of the push button start stop module. I don't recommend ever installing one of those until one day somebody comes out with one that is like factory quality. Yeah, we just always had issues. Part of them where the fuel injection we have likes to see ignition before start, so we switched from the original I did it start button module system because of that and put in a different one. And when Tyler put that in, he even said that, you know, it might not work great because there isn't a great one out there, but that was the best one they've used yet. And that one would do weird things where you know, there's a sequence you had to do. You had to put your foot on the brake, of course, just like a modern car. You have to have your foot on the brake, and then you can hit it once to turn on the ignition, but if your foot's on the brake, it'll try and start it. And usually people have their foot on the brake, so it's really a pain to do it that way. But then it would bang the starter sometimes, and sometimes it would just crank for like half a second and then stop and then bang the starter again. So just a lot of little issues where, you know, today, as you've seen when we fired it up, it just started right up and no issues. So super happy with that. And it's down to get the girls to clean it up a little bit. I will head back down there in a little while. They need to move it to their polishing bay, and they'll get her all polished up and ready for the show. And I've been working on the 32 a little bit here this morning. I got the shifter moved over 4 inches, and I've got the trunk lid brace fixed up a little better. It kept falling off the bolt, so I added some washers to it with a bevel to the washers so it moves up and down. It's just a weird trunk brace. It's been an issue since he bought the car. We've ordered a new radiator cap because it keeps putting fluid in the overflow and then coming out the overflow. I think the overflow might be just too low down on the frame for the style that it is. So we might have to change that in the future, but not sure. But otherwise, yeah, things are coming together. Just gonna go have some lunch here. See you soon. Whew, she is nice and warm. Okay, just heading out to High Caliber to pick up a repair boat. I believe the boat was hit in traffic. It's a store-bought boat. It's not a Jamie build. It's just one that he's doing a repair on. So good timing. The body shop is still waiting for some of the seals and rubbers for the 240. So they don't want to do the final prep and paint on that until we know how the body's going to fit perfectly. And they got a round of parts for Kevin's F100 in the booth, so they're somewhat short on work for a couple days, which is perfect timing to bring in a boat repair. So Jamie's tied up for a bit, but they need the work, so I'm gonna instead of finding something for them to do around the shop, I'll get in this job, and it'll take me about 45 minutes to go there and back, and they can get that boat repair taken care of, and it helps Jamie out because we were probably going to book him later in the week or next week. So fitting it in right now is the perfect scenario. So no need to bore you with the highway trip. We've filmed it already once going to Jamie's, so we'll get there and see what we got going on, and we'll see you then. Okay, back at the shop, got this boat here. It's a little Hughescraft 180 Sport Jet, and this is the damaged corner here. So they just want us to do a blend repair, which we don't really like to do, but we're going to fix that, and a couple of chips he's touched up here and blend it off up in this area and down into here, and hope for the best for him. But they don't want to repaint the whole side of the boat over this damage, so that's where we're at. So we just need to move a couple vehicles around and get it in the shop here. Okay, washed up, gonna move it over to the polishing side. Looking better already. Well, that's one way to move our antifreeze system with the one wheel. It's supposed to be really nice out, and all of a sudden just had this downpour of rain. I guess I better double check the weather report. Got the roof off the Bronco, but I do have my truck right now, so that makes it easy. But I had to run the Bronco in, get it out of the rain. The girls detailed it already. All right, 2:45, time for some lunch. Moved the 34 Ford over to the polish side for the girls. Got the boat to the hot rod shop for the paint department. And Jim went and quoted out a couple more boat jobs for, I guess, Harrison Marine Group. So yeah, lots of boat work. And Jamie got me the new throttle for my jet boat. So it's a 6.2 DI, direct injection LT engine. So it still runs a cable from the front throttle to the rear, and then it has like a TPS, but a potentiometer really, to tell the computer throttle position. Mine was so rusty it actually bent, and they straightened it out and got it working for me. I think because my boat felt like kind of low on power. It still goes top speed, but it just takes a lot longer to get there. So I have a feeling I'm not getting 100% throttle. So hopefully that'll work. So I got that while I was there. And yeah, other than that, I just think I need some new wiper arms for the boat and should be good for the season. All right, good evening. It's Monday night. Just need to head out to Rosedale and meet with a customer. I think he came along with me and I delivered a Malibu. Sorry, garage door opener, there it is. A few months ago, probably 6 months ago, just almost in the beginning, I think, of YouTube for us. It was like a seafoam green type Malibu. The customer is putting it together himself. So anyway, he has a couple little concerns about I think where the cowl meets the firewall, and missing a couple of parts that we potentially have. So gonna head out there, meeting him for 7 o'clock, and see what's what, and see what we can do to help. Make sure he gets his car put back together and all is well. So nice evening. We had a rainstorm earlier, so luckily got the Bronco in the shop before it got completely soaked. The girls got it nice and clean today, got all the hair out of it. The dogs riding in the back with the roof off sure ruffled them up a little bit, but I'm sure it helped get a bunch of loose hair out of them, so all is well. All right, checked out the Malibu. It's not too bad at all. I think what happened is there was a lot of firewall repair that we had done in the past. So prior to painting this car, we did some metal work for him a couple years before that even, and one of our old bodymen, he redid the whole firewall, and it's a little bit wobbly, and I think what happened was they just kind of bodyworked and painted it and didn't fit the cowl to it, thinking that it was just a factory firewall. And now that you put the cowl and the firewall together, it looks bad, like it should be fixed up. So we'll take care of that for him. And then his other concern was the driver's door touching the bottom of the fender, but he's added all the glass into the driver's door, and it's sunk the door down, which is pretty typical. So normally you'll hang the door a little high and then do all your glass and then do your final adjustment with the weight in the door. But this vehicle kind of got assembled just to put in storage, as we weren't assembling the car, and so we assembled it so the doors sat proper, so nothing's going to be rubbing and chipping and whatnot. So anyway, nothing major. He's just going to continue building the car, and whatever comes up we'll help him with, and whatever we got to correct, we'll correct. So anyway, nice evening out here in Rosedale. So I'll probably head back and drive through town. It's a nice night for a drive. Still 23 degrees out. It's 8:15. But yeah, not looking forward to tomorrow. It's going to be a hectic day getting everything together, but should all be worth it when we're cruising around Deuce Days on the island in a 32 coupe, so should be fun. But anyway, we'll